right, so we're staying at the Western Front, and when Polaris Adventures heard about it there, they wanted us to take out a brand new Polaris RZR XP 1000 4-seater. Check it out. This is gonna be, I gotta be honest, I've never driven a 4-seater. So total truth, this is gonna be an awesome experience. All right, so we're just getting going on this trailhead. First impressions right off the bat with this XP 1000 4-seater. And you know, I was a little concerned it was gonna feel really big because, like I said, as a confession, I've never driven a 4-seater before. Only the 2-seaters all the time. I've kind of shied away from them a little bit because they just seem so big. But I gotta say, geez, I am digging this thing. It doesn't feel big when you're inside of it. I mean, it really doesn't feel that much different just on a standard trail ride versus a 2-seater. Now, obviously, if we're gonna hit some jumps and all that, you'd feel it more, but even the handling is outstanding in it. Oh, I'm not gonna make it. Okay, so like I was saying, the handling in it is much better than I expected. The suspension, it's not dynamics. This is not the RZR with dynamics, so that being said, even without it, the suspension is it's handling super good. I mean, first impressions, I am beyond impressed. Like, part of me is so impressed. Part of me is so impressed that I kind of wish we hadn't rented it, because now I'm like, maybe we need to add a 4-seater to the fleet, so every now and then the whole family can get out, because, you know, when we go out, it's 3 machines minimum for me and Megan and the 2 kids, so this is a great option. I wouldn't want to do it all the time because I love riding ATVs so much, but maybe get rid of the 2-seater and get a 4-seater, because it's 2 seats when you want, it's 4 seats when you want. I mean, it's just, I'm honestly, I'm really impressed. So a few more miles in, there's a couple other things I've noticed. First of all is the seat belts, and that can pretty much be said for almost any side-by-side. They just suck. Like, they just need to start including 4-point harnesses in all sport side-by-sides. It should just be a mandatory thing that they do. So that aside, this could also use some mud flares around the wheels. I think that the way this thing spits up mud, it would definitely be nice. I mean, I don't mind getting muddy, but there are times where it's like right up in your face when you're not even going that fast. And granted, we're on a muddy trail, but you know, just something that I would definitely add on right away. And the other thing I found that I would definitely add to this machine right away is some mirrors. And I have noticed, like I said, it's longer, and you don't really notice it when you're riding, but when you're trying to back up or kind of look around you, it's definitely longer and a little more obstructed. So I would absolutely add a couple of mirrors just to help with that. But man, I mean, this thing it just hauls too, and we're not even talking turbo. So he just switched and Megan got in the back. Mason's up front now, and we realized one of the negatives is, as a passenger, you really can't see a whole lot from back there, which really drives home, I guess, why in the new Talon 4-seater they made it a stadium seating concept, so they're up a little higher. But you really, the back seats, you know, it's a little tight, a little harder to see, so I guess that's definitely a negative on it, but it's to be expected with 4-seaters, I suppose, much like a car.
We should get a 4-seater.
Is Mason screaming we should get a 4-seater. But much like a car, you know, you can't really see the road in front of you without looking around the driver or the passenger in the front, so it's to be expected, I suppose. But something to consider if you're thinking about getting a 4-seater. Jeez. Gosh, this thing is just a blast. So, you know, I really thought too, with this being a 4-seater, you know, it's bigger, it weighs more. I thought it would have a little more hesitation to just get up and go, and it really doesn't. I mean, it just goes. Right the second you hit that gas, it just takes off. And these rocks, it handles again really well. It might even actually handle the rocks better because it's got that longer wheelbase to work with. Let's get a little gas here. I mean, you just You just hit it and it goes. Ready, Mason? We just stopped. I actually had to switch GoPro batteries. We just stopped. We are somewhere on the trail. I don't know. We put on some miles today. We just got off of a trail that was amazing. Right now, we're kind of back at the beginning of the town Rubicon. That's not right. Corbin. Right now, we're like kind of, right now we're basically back at Corbin. So we've done some loops, and it's just been an epic time. This RZR right here is just, God, it's just a beast. It's just been handling super good. Definitely a great time on the trail, so we're gonna get back after it. I think I said it earlier in the video, but we're actually, so this is a Polaris Adventures machine. They rent them in conjunction with Western Front here in St. Paul, Virginia, and they hooked us up with it to do this review on. But we're out here at the Mountain View Trails, and this trail system, I gotta say, is just, if you have not been out here, it's almost like the best kept secret right outside of Hatfield-McCoy, because you know, it's really not that far from the Hatfield-McCoy trail system, but it's its own unique system. I don't think it gets near enough publicity for what it is. I mean, so far out on this trail, we've been just putting in miles, and it has just been, I mean, I would come back here in a heartbeat again. Like, I would recommend this without hesitation to someone. You know, we've got the family out here right now. It makes a great family outing, but if you just want to get a couple of hardcore riders and come out here, it works for that too, because you've got the black trails, so you can really just get after it. And, you know, I mean, if you're a good rider, even with a family, you could do that as well. I'm just saying, you know, if you've like our little ones, that's another reason why this 4-seater works so great, and why we wanted to do it is we don't have to worry about the little ones having issues in certain areas of the trail. Because the little 90cc, even on the green trails, to be honest, the 90cc, it would have been a little rough. This here's a blue trail that's got some switchbacks on it, and I do have to say, one thing I have noticed with the 4-seater RZR in this instance is the fact that it's longer. There's been a couple times I've actually had to back up and then go forward again to make the tighter switchback corners. So, ooh, big hill, big hill. This is some good riding right here. I mean, just no hesitation with this RZR. And these trails are just, gosh, there's hills, there's mud, there's rocks. I mean, it's just gorgeous. And the trails are just adventurous. It's a great time. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and stop talking. Let's hit some more trails. This thing is sweet, man.
Yeah.
This was an awesome thing to ride for the day. This 1000 XP was it was awesome. It was definitely a good machine to ride. I don't know. I might be sold on getting a 4-seater.
I would go with you.
I mean, it's a great option for the whole family. Plus, if you were riding and I'm riding, Mom and Mason could just take it. The dog could even sit in the back. I mean, I've never really considered the 4-seater that as much of an option, because they just always had the 2-seaters, but I don't know. I'm kind of sold on it, to be honest. I mean, even if you're riding yours and I'm riding mine, Mom and Mason can still sit in there, and then we still have, I mean, shoot, we could put the dog in the back seat if we wanted to.
She would like it more, because, like, I feel like she'd be closer to Mom and Mason, but, like, she wouldn't whine as much, and she would actually enjoy it more.
Yeah, I mean, it'd probably be comfortable for her, and then we'd still have the back, so I think it was awesome. I'm pretty much sold on it, to be honest. I think it's I totally understand now why people have 4-seaters. They're awesome machines. And to Polaris Adventures, thanks a lot for letting us take this out for the day and test it and review it. And we are going to do a whole review on this if you're watching. We'll do a full normal review like we would. This was just really kind of an initial thought / first test ride type of video. So as always, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. And hope to see you on the trail.